I put the wrong logo in. Oh well.
That's okay.
Kirk's
That one works too.
Enterprise.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Live Long and Podcast Runway Review. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got some awesome panelists here for you tonight. First up, we've got Dave Mater, Diva Dave Mater.
I'm Mirror Dave, actually, from the
Oh,
Mirrorverse.
so sorry.
Long live
I
the
didn't know
Empire.
because you didn't have a goatee.
Yeah, no, I decided to leave on the side part too. That's Mirror Dave's not that different than Prime Dave, really.
Yes, Queen.
Captain Holt. I love it. Wonderful. Thanks for joining us, Dave. And we have the wonderful Quiz Admiral Ashley Millard ready to serve up some opinions.
Oh, and I've got some.
Awesome. And we have the beautifully attired Lieutenant Velociraptor himself. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you for having me.
I'm super excited that this is the first time we're going to do this. So I've been a Star Trek fan for a long time and a Drag Race fan since I started watching in 2012. And they've done runways before that were, you know, space themed or intergalactic or something. But this is the first time that they've done an actual Star Trek official runway. I would like to note that Star Trek and RuPaul's Drag Race are owned by Paramount, the same parent company. Wink. In honor of Discovery's final season.
There you go. Also, Big Brother.
Oh, that's right, which you
That's
podcast
true.
about
That's
on
right.
Super Mater Brothers.
True.
So we're going to get into judging some looks here. Now, I will say that I have seen these looks already, but I don't think any of you have seen them. Have you?
Nope. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm coming in
not.
completely fresh here.
I watched the episode.
Okay, me too. So Ashley and I are up on it, and you two are slackers. So
Yes. I thought I was supposed to not.
no. We
I
wanted you
thought
to be
we were
surprised.
supposed to. I'm sorry.
No.
I apologize.
It was
Please
the brief.
Don't
I'm
send me
just-
to the agonizer, please.
You're going out the airlock pretty soon.
Oh no, please.
It was fun while it lasted.
So, without further ado, I'm going to try out Justin's brand new catchphrase, live long and don't fuck it up. Let's get into some looks. So thank you to our producer, Worldmind, Chris Murphy, who is going to put up the lovely looks for us. And first off, we have, of course, Mama Ru.
Ooh.
Okay, is this meant to be Star Trek themed, or is this just meant to be science fiction?
Well, Ru is the host and the judge, so she usually dresses in whatever the fuck she wants to wear. So I would say that this is meant to tie into the theme. And it's also giving a bit of like space intergalactic WrestleMania with that belt.
I like. I think she might be the lead singer of Flock of Borg.
With the hair, I love it.
Yeah, it's okay. I like how one arm is completely covered, one leg, and then vice versa. I like the symmetry of that, and this is working for me. So,
Oh, Mirror Dave loves it. Okay,
it's
wonderful.
very mirrored.
Ashley, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's sort of giving off her take on the Borg for sure. A little her like take on maybe the 7 of 9 outfit.
It would have been nice to see a little eyepiece like 7 and maybe some Borg circuitry on the naked arm and hand.
Ooh, that would have
Or
been neat.
the earrings.
Yes.
Like throw some Borg circuitry on the earrings if she doesn't want to go like
earrings.
to Star Trek.
I do like the intergalactic wrestling champion belt she has on.
Yes.
It looks like she's got like a phaser wound and like a hole in her abdomen.
Oh, maybe it's a wormhole.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Sean says Borg Queen. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
with
Queen.
the sort of the bare chest on the Borg Queen.
Oh yeah, that was hot.
Resistance is futile.
Oh yeah. Well, we're going to judge the contestants' looks, but only Judy can judge Mama Ru. So this is a win for everybody, I think.
It's a win. No fail.
I'm interested to see, after Dave's initial reaction to that outfit, what his reaction is going to be to the rest of them.
Well, what about my reaction?
You will see, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but if you didn't feel like that was serving too much Star Trek, then this is going to be interesting.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll try to stay open-minded.
So I mentioned that I have already watched it, and one of our commenters, Kimberly Leona here, is one of the friends that I watched it with, and she can attest to the fact that I did a lot of comic book guy style. Have you ever even seen Star Trek while I was watching it?
Yeah, that was Kevin and I.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get to the looks now. So first up we have, who was up first? Kitty Scott Claus. So she is from the UK season 3. And I just took this still to show that the most Star Trek thing about all of these presentations is that they did a transporter effect when the girls came out on the runway. So this is Kitty's transporter effect. So now we'll have a look at her look. Okay, so she's got some like little bing bong doodads off the ruffle in the background here. And her hair is white like an Andorian, I guess. But what do we think of the rest of the dress?
Yeah, I could see that in, maybe a nightclub on Ryza. I like it. I enjoy it.
It's giving Horgon more than Ryza gown, like really.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like that woman in the episode who plays the Klingon opera for Worf on the organ.
Oh yeah, she had a couple extra arms though, didn't she?
She did. It was not exactly. It was like a pink outfit too, but it like I'm just sort of getting that, I don't know, tight leather dominatrix sort of vibe, but also with this like nightclub sort of esque presence, or something more formal gown.
Like she's going clubbing on Casperia Prime.
Yeah, or like is like sort of already up in the club, and everyone's around her and has got drinks for her and like is whatever. I guess that's what like they're going for here.
I really like the kind of ombre gradient on the bottom of the skirt. Can you show the full length again, please, Worldmind? Yeah, I think that's really pretty, and I like how that's echoed in the ruffle at the top. But I gotta say, this was the first look on the first official Star Trek runway ever on this show that I've been watching for 12 years. Bitch, no thank you.
Yeah, like this doesn't give Star Trek at all. Do you know what this reminds me? What I said to Kevin, what this reminds me of, Heather. Like, and I don't know if they've done this in seasons recently. I haven't watched for the last few years, but do you remember in older seasons when they used to do on the first runway was like dollar store or stuff out of the garbage, and they had to make outfits on the fly out of like trash, essentially.
Drag on a Dime, but in space.
That reminds me of Drag on a Dime.
Yeah,
like that. I was like, it doesn't fit her well. She just went, oh, let's go black. That's kind of science fiction-y, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she looks kind of like a Nebula witch.
I'm getting like Ursula from Little Mermaid, maybe.
That's what I was.
Like,
but like as you can
Ursula
like rate
face.
Right, you can rate it like sort of for what it is, like as just a dress, but it's also like as a Star Trek tie-in, I would say not many points there. Science fiction themed in general, okay, but it's not something I would say is super. I wouldn't think it's Star Trek if you didn't tell me.
Right.
That's what I said as well. If I didn't know that this runway was Star Trek, I would never guess that. I mean, she looks beautiful, but it's not great. So Do we think this outfit is worthy of Spock, or should we blow it out the airlock?
Out the airlock.
Blow it out the airlock.
Airlock. Sorry, girl. Sorry, kitty. Okay. Next up, we have...
Queen.
Who's next? Queen Kong? No. Tessa. No, it is Queen Kong.
No.
Sorry. Carry on. This is Queen Kong. She is from Down Under season 2.
Okay.
I love this look. I love...
This is giving Star Wars.
Yes.
This is Princess Leia with
It is.
vertical space buns.
Yeah.
Bong on her head or something here. What's
Mhm,
going on?
mhm.
Or
So-
some sort of sex toy.
It's definitely giving more Star Wars than Star Trek. Can you put Kim's comment back up? It's the sleeping bag Enterprise floating through space. Thank you, Kimberly. I'd like to point out too that Kim loves to tease me by mixing references, which they also do in this episode. C3PO, she better don't.
Yeah. And then they said Nanu.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, that's because Rue's 1,000 years old. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think like the saucer section tie-in maybe with this like sort of headwear, for what it is. But
Now let's get a look at her face there. The mug,
What is
bitch,
going on with
unclockable.
that?
And she's got like, I'm not sure if you can really tell from this photo. It was hard to get a clear picture of it on definitely not the pirated copy that I was working from. But
Definitely not.
it's like this metal kind of brace on the bottom. And I thought that looked really
Oh, that's
sharp as
neat.
well.
is
Yeah.
is that actually functionally supporting something with the?
Oh
with the
God, I
pants?
hope not.
Right, that's just decorative on top. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
And look at her. She's gorgeous. Now, I love the long fingers too. It's giving like mean, sexy Grinch. And can we have a full length shot, please? The dress feels a little unfinished. Like she spent all her time on the headpiece and then was like, I'll just put on a toga and cut a slit up the side and slap a shiny belt onto it. Done.
Yeah, like this is what you would wear to a Halloween party if you're going as sexy Leia.
Yeah.
This is Leia's white dress. Like it there's I can't even think of it in the terms of anything Star Trek. It's Leia's dress.
Yes.
It looks like something Chris Rock would have worn in The Fifth Element.
Oh my God,
With
yes.
Chris
Yeah.
Tucker.
Chris Tucker. Sorry. Right,
I mean, maybe
Super
Chris Rock
green.
would wear this.
I mean, that possibly.
So I agree. Again, she looks beautiful, not Star Trek.
Again, yeah, no, Star Trek wise, I wouldn't ever put that together, and I don't know. This looks a little bit uncomfortable to wear.
Welcome to drag,
That's
hunty.
yes,
Okay.
everything
Yeah.
is uncomfortable to wear.
All right, well, that's
just-
the name of the game, then so be it. But
Just as a producer's question, does this not remind anybody of like the Betazoid like symbology for their flag and stuff? Is that
Oh.
yeah, so I also like the Trill symbol also has some of these elements with like just like I guess the hoops and the balls and things like that. Yeah, like there's some different.
Maybe she is a daughter of like the 12th or 16th house or something.
Yeah, not the
How
fifth
great
house.
is
That's
that? No.
that's Troy's house, but
Absolutely not. So what do we think about this? Is this Dud Space Nine or Deep Space Fine?
I'm going to go Deep Space Fine on this one. I liked it. I really liked it.
Dead
Right.
Space.
Dead Space for me, it's too Star Wars. Don't you mix up the Star Wars and the Star Trek. It's just too Star Wars.
I love it because I love her and she is beautiful, which is why I'm not blowing her out the airlock, but that's it.
Yeah, I think we have a split panel here on this one.
We do. That's the two blue queens are into it. Hello, Triple T. Are you subscribing to us? You want us to subscribe to you?
No.
Unclear.
Unclear. Like we can work something out. But.
Yes. Okay. The deepest of Space Nine. Okay, so next up we have Tessa Testicle. Tessa is from Germany, season 1.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is not the looks she would have been going for.
Now we're
Oh.
talking, really. Like, this is...
Oh, Mirror Dave likes this one. Okay, all right.
I think, like, you're going for it big time. So how can we ignore that, you know?
She looks like she's going for it with shiny Bristol board from the dollar store, bitch.
Yes, this is another yeah.
Your
Honestly,
second grade
I feel
art
like I'm looking at a Smashing
Garbage.
Pumpkins contest or cover.
She doesn't irritate me nearly as much as Billy Corgan does.
They had a
She
vision
is
here.
walking on platform pleasers, though, and then she just hot glued those stars to her leggies.
Yeah, that's lazy.
Yeah, like forget her never having seen Star Trek. I don't think she's ever seen any kind of space science fiction at all.
Or a
It's like-
star.
Like
What stars in space,
Yeah.
they told them, and they said, okay, here you go. I feel like this is a sketch. This was a sketch they tried to make real.
I think she came dressed as a child's mobile.
Yes. She
This is her
does
art.
look beautiful. And with the hair, and it's giving like subdued Trixie Mattel a little bit in the face, but the outfit is a total miss for me. She's going out the airlock.
Oh,
It's not good if your name's Tessa Testicle and this is your outfit, because you're kind of like, well, do I need to look for the testicles? You know, is that
yeah. The
Well, that's
outfit
why
is
she's got such a
balls.
big star there.
Yeah. like,
To cover her space balls.
Yes.
so
She clearly took Star to the literal, but didn't think about the trek.
No.
Right.
No.
do they
she-
did they design these themselves, or there's some like designer who comes up with this?
It depends
They-
on the queen. Yeah, some queens make all their own things and some hire designers. With the longer that Drag Race is going on, because we've seen everything now. If you look at the early seasons of Drag Race, these bitches were coming out in H&M dresses and slaying the runway. And now, like, there's one Canadian queen named Isis Couture who did an all-star season, and she said she spent $130,000 on outfits and looks for the show. So it depends on the queen.
And what do you think that this particular Tessa Testicle?
Oh, I don't think she made it herself. I think her niece made it as a school project or something.
Okay, just checking.
I hope that she wore that for charity.
I just want to say that sounds like a pay-to-play sort of scenario in the video gaming world, where you just sort of, it doesn't seem quite like a fair advantage to have somebody design something for you to be presented, as opposed to the people that are forced to design themselves due to their situations. I don't know.
Well,
just my thought.
Some of the best looks I've seen are ones that sew it themselves and do it themselves.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, remember when Alaska came in a trash bag and just slayed? Like, it was gorgeous. It was amazing. She looked fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you have an ingenuity, you can
Yeah.
make some really cool stuff. But also, when you have that all-stars money and a face full of filler, you can also turn out some really good looks.
I'm learning. more.
Unfortunately, Tessa Testicle is not turning out any good looks. I would say
No.
that is an airlock for all of us.
Not even an
Yes.
airlock. Stick her in a torpedo.
Oh,
Let's make sure we get some distance between the ship.
All right, Tessa T. Sorry, girl, you are out of here. So
I like
it's giving Sailor Spoon, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love it. If it looks like I could make it, it's a fail. That's
That's fair.
And you know, I do often laugh at myself, and I did for this runway too, because I was sitting around with my girls and my gays just dragging these hoes, and then I was like, I'm literally wearing a soup stained hoodie right now. So
Never
sorry,
mind that.
girls.
Never mind that. You're not on TV. It's okay.
No, well, I am right now, and you know
You
all
are.
those queens are watching, and they're fucking gagged by how much I hate these looks.
Well, you know, we gotta be honest. It's okay.
We're
That's
gonna
right.
get some letters.
Now, next up is the iconic Alyssa Edwards, bitch.
Okay.
Okay, so Alyssa is from USA season 5 and All Stars season 2. She is a fan favorite, a gorgeous eccentric, and she is serving this look. Now, is it giving Star Trek? No, but good God, look at her.
I don't know.
This
I
is-
think it a little bit original, maybe Star Trek Undiscovered Country, maybe
A little bit like Arachnia in Voyager, or the
Oh,
Arachnia, the bald Klingon.
yeah,
oh, played by Iman.
Yes.
Yes, I can't remember her name either.
there was like Gorkon's daughter in Undiscovered Country as in,
Yes.
yeah, I can't remember.
And I
Can't
love
remember.
the Arachnia reference. I didn't even think of that. That's Captain Janeway's holodeck character, right?
Right, yeah, Arachnia,
Gorge.
the queen of the spider people, I believe.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Ashley?
I went a completely different route with this one because she came out and I was like, oh, she looks very Vegas showgirl, very like Liza Minnelli on stage.
That's what it
and then
is.
I was like, you know what? She's the background. She's the background singer for Vic Fontaine.
Oh,
100%.
Beautiful.
100%.
Interesting. For
Yeah, I think-
me personally, I think she honestly looks like a warp factor. You know,
Oh.
she's shipping warp.
Oh,
I can see
yeah.
that,
I
too.
love that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of good interpretations here of how to tie it back to Star Trek if you use your imagination. So
Yeah, you have to use
This-
your imagination.
But I think this one has been the easiest one for me to do.
This
that
one
so
feels
far.
the most, like science fiction-y, like we would actually see this outfit in an episode of Star Trek.
that looks good.
Like-
Like the close up.
Just the beauty.
Yes.
Just that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like a Vulcan that was in touch with her feelings could totally pull this off. A half Romulan, perhaps someone with a Romulan grandmother.
Right. Simon Tarsus.
or
and somehow
Ela.
it's still Spock's half sister.
He's got a whole lot of half sisters
Got
and
a lot of
brothers floating around.
skeletons.
Just so many people out there.
I think this is a good time, Justin, to repeat the great comment you made about RuPaul earlier.
Yes, I strongly believe that RuPaul should be featured on the upcoming Starfleet Academy as a Vulcan named RuPaul, spelt RU''POL.
Perfect.
Yeah,
please.
right?
Get that to Kurtzman for me. You don't even have to give me credit. I just want to see it on the screen.
Or take out the U, so it's not RuPaul, it's just RuPaul.
RuPaul.
R''TOL.
That's a great. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. We should let her know that. We'll get her on the podcast. No problem. She loves that shit. So what do we think about Alyssa's look? I think it is deep space fine.
I like
think
it
I'm going
too.
to. I wish it was a
Um,
little more Star Trek, but I think it's the closest.
Mhm.
I wish it was
Ooh.
Star Trek too. I kind of wish. I don't know. Like I keep going back and forth on the skirt. If I would like it longer or not, but I don't know. It looks good too. It's kind of. I agree with those like Liza Minnelli vibes, showgirl vibes. You know, and so
Dave is the Michelle Visage of this podcast. I don't want to see any more bodysuits, bitch.
yeah, go, yeah. Let it flow.
Girl, that is a swimsuit.
Okay, so now we are going to our last queen on the runway, Nehelenia from Italy, season 2.
Oh,
This is
Wow.
Kirk would be into this. Kirk would
Kirk
be
would be
very
into
into
this.
this.
I think it's fun. It's not giving Star Trek. It's giving Judy Jetson.
And Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy, Nanu. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
so many questions about this thing.
I feel like Ed Wood just rose from the grave and was like, I need to make a movie with this one.
It's also giving like Teenage Dream Katy Perry a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Space pop.
It
But
definitely
it's-
shows that they've never seen Star Trek before.
Oh no.
Yes.
I object to some of these pieces that stick out so much, like
Yes,
the boobs in particular. I think are too missile-like. I think they need to be a little less.
She needs
pointy.
to disarm those photon torpedoes.
and the hips, but it's kind of superhero-esque. It's kind of I don't know.
It's just it to me. It says, what if Divine sang a Katy Perry song
In space.
in space? In space, not on board a starship necessarily. Maybe
No.
a freighter. Maybe
Or like an outpost.
maybe at an Orion market or something.
Right.
What do we think of the hair?
I love the hair.
I don't like.
The hair works.
Who doesn't like the hair?
I don't like the hair.
Really?
Just for sci-fi ish, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
more
hit
like
me
pin-up
sci-fi.
burlesque than
Yeah, yeah.
sci-fi. So I think this is cute. It doesn't fit the brief though, but I think she looks beautiful and it's cute. So
It's
I'm going to
definitely
give
cute.
it a Spock. No airlock for you today, Nahelenia.
I'm not going to put her out the airlock, but I might seal her in a room with a nuclear reactor that she has to disarm in order to save the rest of us.
It's very
Probably with the big photon titties. She would do
Yeah,
that.
well, exactly.
Yeah.
The needs of the many.
I'm kind of neutral a little bit on it too, although I think I ultimately dislike it. I don't think it's. I think I might like the hair, but I'm a little unsure about it. I don't know. Like I like the color palette, but
Mhm. What do you think,
I-
Ashley?
This is out the airlock. This doesn't even feel sci-fi to me.
Okay, for a producer note, it honestly, there is a character in Grand Theft Auto 5 called Bubblegum Princess, and this is what it feels more like to me, is the
Yeah.
Bubblegum Princess anime character in Grand Theft Auto 5. If you know,
Yes.
you know.
I do, and I 100% agree with that.
I
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
is giving more Saturday morning cartoons than it is.
Mm.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
this is like if the studio that did
Yeah.
Gem and the Holograms was the same one that did Star Trek the Animated Series.
Right. Oh, that'd be fun though.
Yeah,
Shows on too.
I mean, I would watch it.
It's very
Yeah.
gem. Yeah.
Yes.
it is. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, very gem.
Okay, so those are all the looks. And now, Ashley, you and I have already seen it. So let's have the boys pick your top, who you think the winner is, and then who the bottom two are.
Oh,
Can you
I'm going to
remind
do the
me?
bottom first.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa Testicles is about 1.3 light years away in a photon torpedo right
Mhm.
now. I'm going to say
Mhm.
she is. I'm hoping that she's the one that gets sent home because that's embarrassing for everybody involved.
Says Justin in his Party City wig. Me too,
It's-
girl, though.
Walmart. Hello.
Quality.
Pepto Bismol space potato. Yes, that I couldn't have summed it
Yeah.
up better myself.
I love that Pepto Bismol space potato.
Yeah,
But who do you think? Who's your,
I
your
guess it
bottom
has to be
tier?
that Tessa Testicles, the worst one, right? But if I was going to pick another one from that one, probably the one we just saw, the Pepper
Nahelenia in the Judy Jetson one.
Not
No,
the worst
not
No,
one.
not that
Alyssa.
one.
Not that one.
Not
This
that
one.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's
yeah.
going to be my second, a bottom tier as that one. And I'm going to agree
Okay.
with Dave on there.
Okay. What do you think, Ashley? What are your bottom two?
I mean, my bottom two, because I know
Yes.
the actual bottom two, but
Yes.
my bottom two would be those same ones.
Yeah.
So who are we cutting?
My bottom two would be Kitty Scott Claus, the first one that we saw. Can we have that, World Mind? Yeah. So I mean, she looks beautiful, but it doesn't do it for me. And of course, Tessa Testicle, because that is a construction paper mess, girl.
I will say for the first one, I could see Luoxana wearing it, but there would need to be a hair accessory that is missing to tie the whole outfit together.
Luoxana would not wear a single color dress. Absolutely not. There's no...
I'm going with just for the iridescent factor.
Yeah, all right, I guess. Maybe she will.
Waxana's would be way better fitting too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. And much shinier.
And the train would be like 50 feet long and Mr. Hom would have to carry it.
I was just going to say, and you know who'd be carrying it.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe like Queen Kong's circles would have a gong in them for Mr. Hom to bang. Now we're getting somewhere.
I don't think Drag Race could truly understand the power of Loxana Troy if she graced their stage.
Yeah.
Oh, iconic.
Rest in peace, you know?
I think even
It is the Beta Z way of giving thanks for the food we eat.
That's right.
Bung.
Bong.
Mama Troy, I think, might even intimidate Mama Ru.
Oh, they would be besties. They would like hate each other at first and then be besties, I think.
They would be the
They
best
would
frenemies.
they would love to play in each other's wig collections.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With Moira Rose as a third.
That's right. Moira Rose, yeah.
Thoughts became truly pornographic.
Okay, so we've talked about the bottoms. Who's on top? Who's on top for you?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Oh, that was deliberate.
My definite favorite is oh man, my names are not doing well. Not the one with the space beads on her head.
That was Queen Kong.
Not Queen Kong. Yes.
Alyssa Edwards.
Alyssa Edwards is my number one pick. I would definitely load up that holodeck program and watch as our man Bashir bought that one a drink.
Yes.
Which leaves Space Beads as my runner-up.
Okay. Put her back up.
So
Queen
fierce
Kong.
in that. That is such a... The attitude on that face.
Oh, yeah.
Like Star Trek wise, it's a miss, but it's not a terrible outfit or sort of thing. So yeah.
Can you put the photo back up? I didn't realize until just this moment, but the way the top thing is feathered is kind of Cindy Lou Who a little bit.
Yes.
The fingers are fun.
They're a choice.
The fingers are fun? Question mark.
Is that the right word? Is that am I using
Space bugles, as if all of you haven't done the same thing.
This is a great, like, the Queen's in space. This is a great look, but it's just not for Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you,
that could be Stargate. Like, but
They all-
Yeah.
I think that's true of all of them. I don't think any of
Viewers.
these are more Star Trek than
none
the
of them
others.
are. No,
No.
Rose
but
was the closest.
if that outfit showed up on the view screen on a random planet on Strange New Worlds, I wouldn't question it. Just because I haven't seen it before, I think it looks sci-fi enough that it could be Star Trek.
If that exact look showed up, though, I would still say that's to Princess Leia. They needed to do something different with the dress. That dress look is already a very famous sci-fi look.
The way that it drapes and everything.
What if it were just like the exact same look, but in a different color?
In a different color?
Like steel.
Would be fine.
Like a pink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the white with the slit and that silhouette, you're right. It's totally Princess Leia.
Yeah.
So who's your top pick, Mirror Dave?
I'd say I could see somebody wearing the Kitty Scott one on Star Trek. It might not be a great episode, but I could see someone doing it. This is some intergalactic bar. You know, if there was something like more Star Trek-y about one of these, I would definitely favor that one. But since they're all kind of tied in that regard to me, I'm kind of trying to think, which one would actually work on camera. This one, except for these stupid balls and things hanging off the back, I think that sucks. You know, and the lights are on it. I don't think any of that would actually make it onto camera.
It's like last minute science project tacked on.
Yeah.
Did she spray paint foam balls?
Yeah.
to be the planets.
That's what it
and
looks
stick
like,
them
yeah.
on. Like that's,
It felt very
yeah,
constellation.
like if you took that off and you kind of added some color, I feel like that's something Tilly would wear to something.
Yeah.
To a
the
ball.
constellations
Like-
were a different color.
Killy or Tilly?
Tilly.
Ooh.
It best
Tilly.
like that would be Killy. Change
Yes.
the color, it would be Tilly.
It would be Tilly. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually like this better now that I'm imagining Killy in it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I think I might switch out space beads.
Mm.
Okay. So, Ashley, who's your top pick?
I think if we could all in full outfit as is, then I would go Alyssa.
Mm.
But that one without the balls and shit on it, and just like I said, better fitted, I think that was the most Star Trek.
Okay.
Or could be on an episode of Star Trek.
See, I really like that perspective from both of you because I was thinking about what I like the most and what appeals to my aesthetic. And I think Alyssa is my top pick 100%. But since we've been talking, look at her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
for sure.
Not a
Yeah.
soul can clock, right? So, but can you put Kitty back up, please? The press photo. So now that we've talked about in what context this would appear in Star Trek, I do like it a lot better in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one I could
Alyssa's,
definitely
you could see somebody wearing Alyssa's too, but it would
And
be like
Vic Fontaine holodeck, yeah, she totally.
Yeah,
Or
or
like-
like the queen of some sort of like ice planet or something.
yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Like
Absolutely.
she's sitting on a throne in that outfit. Very Star Trek.
Yes, yes. And Kitty, I just thought of if we see Kitty again, Ardra. Ardra would wear that. Remember her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She would wear that.
I wonder I wonder if Tasha Yar's under there somewhere.
Too soon. Too soon.
Mm.
She's a little-
Too soon.
she only died on Thursday.
Oh, maybe that's what Kitty Scott Claus was going for. I'm going to serve Artemis on the runway.
Yeah.
I hope I
We
met
got
death with my
Tasha.
eyes wide open.
Yeah, Tasha.
Okay, so we have picked our tops and picked our bottoms, and Ashley and I know how the episode turns out. So we will tell you of the winner. Spoiler alert. It was Alyssa.
Right.
Congratulations, Alyssa. And I think well deserved. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's the queen of Texas, if you don't count Beyonce.
Were there any Star Trek judges on the panel?
There
No.
were not.
Oh,
This is why.
And I don't think anyone on the panel has ever seen a single episode of Star Trek.
Mm-mm.
That's the
There was-
results.
There was no reason for them to name this as a Star Trek runway. It could have just been space.
Space
It's
runway.
solely because they are all owned by Paramount and the new
Yes.
season of Discovery is coming out. That is the only reason they finally
They're
did
like,
an
we can
official
throw Star Trek
runway.
onto this, and some Star Trek people will do like maybe a podcast about this.
Yeah.
And we'll get them engaged. It'll be great.
And then
for
we'll
the
send
show.
them a cease and desist letter. Fuck you, Live Long and Podcast.
Live long and don't fuck
Sean
up.
makes a good point. You should never say we picked our bottoms.
That
What if
sounds
we
like a
did?
straight man said it.
What if we did though?
So the bottom two, as selected on the show, were Tessa Testicle
Yeah.
and Queen Kong, which I was surprised
What?
about.
Oh, not Nahenia or whatever.
Helenia, no, they loved her look. They ate it up, and she did well in the challenge as well. So she didn't fall in the bottom, but
It's like a
Queen-
music video outfit, like to me. But
She's fell in some bottoms.
she has fallen into some bottoms. Queen Kong ate up the lip sync, and Tessa Testicle is on her way home in a Class 1 probe.
Shoot her out that torpedo tube.
We'll
She
pick her up
reminds
on
me
the
of a
next
wedding
swing
I
around the
went to.
Genesis planet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for doing this with me. That was super fun. As you know, I do love all the Star Trek fashion, and we spend a lot of time talking about it. So this was the least amount of Star Trek fashion we've ever had on this podcast.
This is great. Thanks so much for hosting, Heather.
This is a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Heather.
Now we'll just wait 12 more years until they do another space runway, and we'll be right back.
Well, yeah, this will be the first of many specials. Hopefully, we'll do when there's a special thing like this to do.
Yeah.
Oh, and I feel like dancing.
Thanks, everyone.
This has been a Live Long and Podcast special presentation.
Live long and don't fuck it up.
Where did my things go? Where did my things go?
Where'd they go?
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. Tune in to X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show. Artistic interviews with graphic histories. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And movie reviews with Hold Up, a movie podcast. And while you're at it, spin a few records with Eamon on Track. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.